Let's check our journal. I already forgot. So, managed to flee. Thanks to Bojana, we are a lot better, right? She nursed us back to health. Um, we were attacked. Oh, and some other fellows came and killed two of them. Right, everything is literally written down. It's so beautiful. You can just like take a pause like a month and come back and read this journal here. So good. I did what I could and then took Bojana's advice and went to lay down. I slept till morning, and now it's the morning. Han seems healthy and in good spirits, and Bojana's daughter Patlena called breakfast. I'd better not do that. Like things are up. Join others for breakfast. So my nourishment is 621. I'm going to eat from this pot actually. Once. Now I'm up. That's good.
What's complicated about that, sir?
Don't have any lockpick.
But the thing is, it's up to a bunch of nobles that my father appointed to decide when I'm of age.
You seem quite adult to me, sir.
Yeah, I should think so.
Oh, they don't know you, Hans. Tailor's kit. Well, thank you very much. I mean, I'm not stealing, it's like marksman. Oh, that's for carrying your butt. Sing arrows? Arrows is here. Oh, this is not all arrows. A bow somewhere? Awesome. Oh. Some arrows. Better than nothing. Um,
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us!
here?
Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
All the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojana told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time. What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Oh, so now we are going to talk about the things from the first game, which is awesome. So, Sir Hans was captured by humans.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
Brutal cutthroats, or mercenaries from Hungary. They were brutal cutthroats.
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with
Arrows
young
that
Sir
I took?
Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armor. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
Ah, it's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favors the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
Ah, but you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Her hands took an arrow.
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Right. How did you get through it?
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for, but I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily, I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things, but I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Zheleov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you, and we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though, I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
They'd never catch me. You know I can take down a hare on the run, and a man's an easier target.
True enough. You've got a steady hand and an eye like a hawk. Not like me. But you know how it is. The less fuss going on around here, the better for us. And if anything does happen, we've got Growler, and he won't leave us in the lurch.
True. That animal is God's gift. Time to do something useful. The days are long, but there's no end of work to do.
Aye. Thank you, Pavlena. I don't know what I'd do without you.
Okay, let me talk with
Good day.
Pavlena first. I mean, just see what the dialogue's like here. How do you manage?
Are you managing here all right?
We don't complain. We mostly live off the woods, and when we need something else, we buy it or get it from the villagers. Mostly, I weave baskets. And me and Ma brew ointments and potions. Then I go around the villages selling them, or I barter them for stuff we need. Sometimes folk come here to us, when it's something serious.
Live
How
here?
come you live here and not in the village?
Oh, that's hard to explain. It's just the way things turned out. And Ma and... Look, that's our affair, and we won't talk about it. Sorry.
Okay. Curious.
Is anything interesting happening around these parts?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place. It's about time Lord von Burgau rousted them out. But I reckon you know something about that, huh?
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semon's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Troskovitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening. Apart from that... A band of nomads turned up here. They got a camp somewhere down by the pond.
And
You
shoot.
said you'd shoot arrows at the humans. You can use a bow.
Yeah, I'm pretty handy with it. I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free moment. And the hares hanging in Ma's kitchen didn't just walk in by themselves. If they'd let me take part in the tournament at Trosky Castle, I'd beat all the men hands down, but that'll never happen. So I have to make do with hares and a straw mannequin. We'll be with you.
Okay. Talk with Jenna before we go.
Can you tell me something about these parts?
What can I say? The village of Sheleov is nearby, and close to it there's a big traveller's inn. And to the north of Sheleov is Tachoth. They've got a blacksmith's there, and a small tavern. There's no love lost between the folks from Sheleov and Tachoth. They're always out to spite each other. Some dispute about some meadow.
Anything else?
Well, I don't suppose those are the only villages around here.
It ain't far from Sheleov to Semin. Sir Jan, the owner, He got a big stud farm with fine horses, and down by the water, a mill. The biggest village in these parts is Troskovitz, what lies at the foot of the castle. The local bailiff has his seat there, and there's a tavern too. Then there's Nabakov Fortress, Sir Yaramir's seat. There's a mill at the foot of it. But Pavlena knows more gossip about folk around here. She goes out and about. I stay home these days and hardly meet a soul.
Why do you live here?
How come you live out here?
That's just the way it is. It's for me to know, and you to find out.
Ah, all right. I won't pry.
Take care now.
Oh, but I want.
Have you something more important to do than our vital mission from Jobst and Hanush?
Wait, didn't I get the recipe for savior schnapps? There it is. Learn. Oh, this is. Yeah, I need belladonna for savior schnapps. Get the nettle in. Boil for 2 turns. Grind belladonna. Boil for 1 more turn, and then usually ends. Written down everything. So we could make 7 chamomile decoctions. I want to make at least 2 or 3. Just have something. Um, it heals you faster, and if good quality energy replenishes faster while so you less. So it's not nothing great, but maybe valuable enough to hold in some money because have only we don't have any money. So let's make a decoction while we are at bench. So start all happening. Right.
God's teeth, Henry! We
Chamomile
can't get started
decoction.
before dark.
Fine. Chamomile and 1 of sage. Grab 2 chamomile and boil for 1 turn. Grind sage and add to the cauldron, and finally here. Oh.
Henry,
Times.
what are you waiting for?
So, and what was it? Why? Fine. Down on the fire. Hello. Fish. Die. Turn the sunglass. Not too. On fire.
Have you something more important
Hey,
to do than our vital mission from Yobst and Hanush?
find it. Yeah.
God's
Don't need to
teeth,
fill
Henry.
it.
We've got to get to the castle before dark.
File. Hope I did it correctly. Two, two potions. Nice.
I
Let's
left
do
that
one more.
chamomile on the fire too long, I reckon.
Really? Really?
Have you something more
Let's try
important to
again.
do than our vital mission from Yobst and Hanush?
Still janky. It's a bit better than in the previous game, but slow and like I don't know.
God's teeth, Henry. We've got to get to the castle before dark.
Okay, let me take it off fire a bit earlier. Let's see.
God's teeth, Henry. We've got to get to the castle before dark.
Wait a minute, Hans. Almost done. Well, oh, alchemy point.
Should I have boiled that chamomile for a shorter time?
Yeah.
God's teeth, Henry.
What?
We've got to get to the castle before dark.
I should add chamomile before I start boiling. Probably that. Leave table. That that's fine. So let me brew. For 1 day, sleep will heal you 3 times faster. It gives you nourishment. Nutrition 90%. What that mean? And energy. Okay, let's go.
Finally! Where do you keep dallying?
My apologies, sir. I'm here now.
Henry, don't provoke me.
I don't think Trotsky Castle is going to go anywhere. So what's the rush for all of a sudden?
We have a crucial mission, and things are already fucked up quite enough. I intend to return to Ratai with good news and to do it quickly. Let's go!
What the fuck? What good news? The whole company is dead. That's no good news at all. What about the rest of our company? They're all dead.
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
We have to go back for Mutt.
What about Mutt? He's bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
Saw
Tell
him.
you, I saw him there.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes, we'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. But I see you haven't wasted any time and found yourself a weapon to replace that sword. That's good. You never know when you might need it around here. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.